Hi guys, Debbie here with Wrestling in 60 Seconds. I've had a couple of people ask about the show last night, the NXT show, and all I can say is it was crazy. Okay, I don't think I've been to an NXT show that so many things went wrong. First of all, I have to tell you, it was the largest crowd that we have ever been to. We've been doing house shows in our area for probably 3, 4, maybe 5 years. They had probably 150 to 200 people with standing room only tickets. It was amazing how many people were there. It was it was not what you low sales. Because I have to tell you that if you get a chance to go to an NXT house show, and not like when they're on the road, the NXT house show tickets are $26 ringside and $16 third row. Okay? They usually have like only a third or fourth row. They don't have anything else. And if you want to do the Q&A, which they had oversold, that's $21. You get to ask a question. They have a Q&A section. It usually lasts about 30-45 minutes, and they usually have 3 to 4 wrestlers there. And not only do you ask them a question, other people ask questions too. The MC doing it can also ask them questions. It's really a great way to meet your fellow wrestlers. I have to say, we had the opportunity of meeting Serena Linton and Swipe Right and Jackson Drake. I was very disappointed in Swipe Right and Jackson Drake. How they are on TV is how they are in real life. That's what I'm going to say about that. Serena Linton, we've met her before, and she's got this whole new look, and she's called Little Spicy, and I hardly recognized her at first, but she remembered us. She actually she came up to Hot Miss Deborah and hugged her. And so that was okay. But there was a huge delay in the show. When things go wrong, they go wrong. They always have to have a rescue squad, ambulance company there in case somebody gets injured. The ambulance that they had hired to come there actually broke down on the way. So they called the company and told them to send another one. Well, they couldn't get there right away, and so it was delayed probably about an hour. The show really didn't start to almost 8 o'clock, and we were very lucky to have the ring announcer of Kelly Kincaid there. She made her announcement like toward the end of the show that was going to be her last personal appearance, since she did not get a WWE contract renewal. I thought that was kind of interesting. I did speak to Kelly and told her that I wished her the best with anything she does in the future that we were going to miss. And she just cried when the audience start clapping and say, "Thank you, Kelly." It was really an emotional moment. The other emotional moment was completely surprised. They have these huge NXT signs, and they kind of look like a wet floor type sign, but they're much, much bigger. And they have these kind of posters, but they're not made of poster paper. They're more formed. As we were walking out, our vehicle was parked right in front of the armory, the Jacksonville Armory, and this man and his daughter were stealing this poster from there. I actually took pictures, and I yelled at them, and I told them I was taking pictures. And because of everybody that we know at NXT, I went and got head of security, and I showed him the picture, and I told him what they were wearing. And it just so happens that last night at the Armory, they didn't have the second exit open. So by the time that dad and his daughter, and she was like 12 years old, she should have known better, had came out, me and head of security were right there as the cars were parking. And wouldn't you know, the car that had them in it had to stop right in front of us. And we got the posters back. We got the posters back. But I'm like, what is wrong with people? Why would he? I don't get it. You know, stealing is wrong. It's just wrong. The show, if you want to get down to the brass tacks, I thought the show was phenomenal. Okay, I thought it was phenomenal. We had Tony D'Angelo there. We had Joe Henry there. Joe Henry actually went against Jackson Drake. He did retain the title. There was a DQ situation with Stax and Tony D'Angelo. JC Jane was there. So was Fallon Henley, Laney Reed, Zakar was there. So was Red Sinclair. And I'm trying to think of who else. That's all I can think of right now, but it was a great show. Tons of people there. We are supposed to do another NXT house show on February 21st, which is going to be in Sanford. If you see us there, if you live in the area and are going to that show, please come up to us. We love speaking to our viewers. And as always, we want to thank you for watching, subscribing, and until the next time, bye for now.